Part 62. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 611. Shushan Pavilion, is definitely a treasure. Manage the Shushan Pavilion well and make the Shushan Pavilion's world stronger, so that I can continuously obtain Genesis points. Getting the creation point, I can use it to upgrade the Legion, and I can also use it to upgrade the level of the pet. The benefits are endless. The corner of Fang Fan's mouth raised slightly. His plan is not very clever, but it definitely has a bright future. After all, Genesis points are very valuable. There are only a few orcs in here, and there are still a few. These orcs don't even have the minimum food. Fang Fan thought about it, and then took some seeds of various plants, rice, wheat, fruit trees, etc. All of them were scattered into the sky storage tower. Another batch of sheep and fat pigs were found, and they were all brought into the world of Shushan Pavilion for temporary food for these orcs. These orcs are now Fang Fan's first batch of guinea pigs. He mainly wants to see if ordinary creatures can survive well in the small world of Shushan Pavilion. If he can survive, Fang Fan can gradually develop the inner world of Shushan Pavilion and move in more other creatures. The inner space of this Tianchu Pavilion is still too small. It would be nice if it could be expanded a bit. Fang Fan frowned. The space the size of a basketball court was filled with 10 orcs, a group of sheep and pigs. System, I want to expand the space in the Shushan Pavilion world. What are the ways? It would be a waste of time for Fang Fan to explore this kind of problem on his own. This Shushan Pavilion is an artifact produced by the dog system, and it should know more about it. Ding. There are 3 ways as follows. First, if the Shushan Pavilion reaches certain upgrade conditions, you can choose to upgrade from a first-level artifact to a second-level artifact, and the internal space will be expanded tenfold. Second, instilling special advanced energy such as divine power, you can also get a certain degree of expansion. Third, consume a point of creation to increase the land by 100 square meters. Fang Fan's brows gradually wrinkled when a system sound came from his ear. It seems that the conditions are quite broad, but it is actually not that easy to operate. Upgrade the artifact. I don't have that ability for the time being, just pass it. The second way is even more nonsense. How precious is divine power? It's not something you want to have. If there are too many divine envoys to be slaughtered, I don't know what trouble it will bring. Massacre of divine envoys is too dynamic. Big. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes. He really had this crazy idea. In the entire human plane, there are thousands of large and small kingdoms. Isn't there thousands of divine envoys? Throwing aside some unreliable divine envoys like Bai Piao, there are actually quite a few divine envoys with divine power. If they can all be slaughtered, they will naturally gain a lot of divine power under accumulation. However, such a large-scale slaughter may also attract the attention of the upper realms, and it will be exposed in advance. That would be too worthless. In addition, there is only a third way to expand the space left. 1 point of creation is exchanged for 100 square meters of land, although it is a bit extravagant, but now I can't care about that much. I just got 1,000 creation points just now. All of them are used to expand the inner world of Shushan Pavilion. Ding. Consuming 1,000 creation points, the Shushan Pavilion has increased by 100,000 square meters. Rumbling, the inner world of Shushan Pavilion begins to fully expand. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 612. Miracle. This is a miracle. The God of creation is furious. Everyone, stop slaughtering these sheep. At this moment, the few golden-blooded orcs huddled in the Shushan Pavilion world suddenly became flustered. When suddenly encountered this situation, some tension is inevitable. The shaking of the earth and the mountains lasted for about an hour, and only 6 minutes passed in the outside world. The inner world of Shushan Pavilion gradually became stable. Because the site has become larger, there are more than 100,000 square meters, so it looks decent. About the size of a normal high school. There are mountains and rivers, and these 10 orcs live with a group of sheep and pigs, and they don't seem so crowded. The corners of Fang Fan's mouth rose slightly, all of which looked good. 100,000 square meters, the mountains and rivers are divided, but it initially has the appearance of a world. Like before, it's too crowded. There's no room for shelter. Fang Fan glanced at the Shushan Pavilion world and saw those orcs eating those mutton and pork raw. Suddenly, he had an idea, summoned a thunderbolt, and bombarded it directly, and a tree next to it was struck by lightning and caught fire. These young orcs with golden bloodlines were obviously very witty, and they came over and started roasting mutton and pork with flames, and they also kept the fire. Fang Fan raised his mouth slightly and nodded secretly. The wit of these orcs far exceeded Fang Fan's imagination. Originally, Fang Fan was worried that they would starve to death, but now it seems that as long as the preparations are sufficient in the early stage, they can basically guarantee their survival in the later stage. In the future, if you have the opportunity, put more other biological plants in it to expand the biosphere of the small world of Shushan Pavilion as much as possible, so that you can get more creation points. At present, the Shushan Pavilion of this level can probably provide a little creation point in one day. However, the flow rate of the real world is only 1/10 of that of the Shushan Pavilion world. 1 day has passed in the real world, and 10 days have passed in the Shushan Pavilion world, that is, 10 points can be accumulated. Accumulate more, and when you accumulate another 10,000 creation points, you can be promoted from a 3-star king level legion to a 4-star king level. Fang Fan's consciousness gradually withdrew from the Shushan Pavilion world, where it temporarily stabilized. After a night of cultivation, the divine crystal in his hand dimmed slightly. Cultivation with divine crystals increases the speed by at least 3 times. Fang Fan opened his eyes, stretched his waist, and got up directly. In a state like his current state, there is basically no need to deliberately go to sleep. Sitting in a cross position can also replenish your energy little by little. Lord, the army is ready according to your orders. Galen came over and said. Today is the day of expedition. All heroes and generals are all determined and ready to fight at any time. Fang Fan soared into the air and flew directly to the north gate of the northern capital city. The army has already gathered there. 12 spirit races have also gathered together. This expedition to the M realm has only one purpose. Clean up the winged people. Drive the winged people out of the human plane. The winged human race is ruthless. Burn, kill, loot, and do anything on the territory of my human race. Heaven has no Tao. Fang Fan will kill the sky. An inch of mountains and rivers, an inch of blood. In this battle, the 8 major legions will accompany the expedition. Hundreds of kings of the Sea Clan, 100,000 Sea Clan will accompany the expedition. In addition, there are our trusted allies of the human race, the Eldar. They will be with us. Slaughter the winged humans. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 613. Fang Fan's voice came from far to near, leisurely, and the dialogue box of the world top ranking list was also broadcast live. Northern Capital City. It is still guarded by City Lord Zhang Ao. All orders follow the orders of City Lord Zhang Ao. 11 4-level demonized beast camp cards will be placed directly in Baiduchan. 110 1-star king level demonized beast spawn will all be transferred to the guards of City Lord Zhang Ao. He's in control. This battle. Fight for the dignity of the human race. Fight for the survival of the human race. For the human race to become one of the world's. Fang Fan's voice rose from wave to wave. Victory! 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 The sound of the mountain came loudly. Fang Fan's mouth gradually revealed a faint smile. Everything is under control. City Lord Zhang Ao, the northern capital city is handed over to you. If there is an alien attack. If you can fight, fight. If you can't fight, then retreat. As for whether to keep or to give up, I will follow your instructions. In my heart, a northern capital city can't compare to your position in my heart. Fang Fan has a sincere look on his face, and what he said is also the most real thoughts from his heart. Lord, your subordinates will definitely live up to their mission. Zhang Ao knelt down on one knee, his stomach roared, and his eyes gradually became rosy. The excitement in his heart at this moment was beyond words. Let's go. Fang Fan waved his hand and rode on the little golden dragon, heading straight for the western form. In this battle, he only brought the elite. The 100,000 sea clans are all above the 7-star realm. Among them, there are 5-star king-level deep-sea overlords like Basil, several 3-star king-level deep-sea overlords, and hundreds of king-level sea clans. In addition, it is the elite under Fang Fan. Among the 8 king-level legions, except for the 4-winged War Angel Legion, which is a 4-star king rank, the rest are all 3-star king rank. This is already a huge force. 5 6-star king level heroes. 4 5-star king level pets. Originally, the Dark Knight Unicorn was still a 4-star king level, but Fang Fan spent 80,000 killing points to exchange for a 4-star king level pet upgrade card, and then he was promoted. With so many powerhouses, plus the 12 from the spiritual race, to be precise, it should be 13. After all, there is now an extra 6-star king level White Phoenix. In this way, among the Spirit Clan, Ling Shang, Ling Shui, Bai Feng, the Pet of War, and a slightly older Spirit Clan, a total of 4 6-star king level combat power. The rest are 5 5-star king level Spirit Clans, and 4 4-star king level Spirit Clans. Putting together such a lineup, it's already quite significant. The corners of Fang Fan's mouth rose slightly, and his eyes shone brightly. In this battle, the winged humans will die. Fang Fan, take me with you. I want to go back and see Fan Lingguo. Kaylin's face was sullen, although she seemed very strong, but as the person closest to her, Fang Fan could feel the restlessness in her heart. Before, there were orcs rioting in the M realm. Fang Fan completely annihilated the orcs, and Kailin was also very excited at the time, thinking that Fan Lingguo finally escaped the disaster. But the ensuing situation shattered the last hope in her heart. The terrifying orcs have disappeared. But it was replaced by the more terrifying winged people. Wave after wave, wave after wave. Now the entire M realm has been captured by the winged people. It has become a paradise for the winged people. Kailin naturally did not have any hope for the existence of Fan Lin Kingdom. But after all, it was a country she created with her own hands, and it was normal to want to go back and have a look. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 614. Let's go and fight with me. Fang Fan sighed and said softly. At this time, he couldn't refuse, and he was even more reluctant to refuse. The war is on. The end of the winged people is coming. M border, Huajin City. Several winged men with wings gathered together and looked very lazy. Master, the patriarch called you back. The patriarch said that the human plane is a bit weird. A slightly older winged man said respectfully to the young winged men in front of him. It's a little weird? What does Grandpa mean? He clearly looks down on us. Hey. Although we are not as strong as Grandpa. But dealing with these weak human races, that's still easy. I have never felt any pressure. Now we have conquered half of the entire Terran plain. Just give me another 10 days. I can plant the flag of the winged Terran all over the Terran plain. This is the first plane I attacked. Let me just give up, it's impossible. The young winged man had an arrogant look on his face, and the white wings behind him flapped wildly. Cousin is amazing. Cousin. Once you have conquered the human plane, the patriarch will definitely award this plane to you as a fief. Cousin has his own title at such a young age, which is really amazing. On the side, a rather charming and enchanting female wingman said with a look of admiration. It's okay if she doesn't say it. As soon as she says that, the young wingman looks even more excited. I was born to fight. What is the little human plane? I never paid attention to it. We've been fighting for so long, and we haven't encountered a single king-level combat power. Such a plane can only be used to practice hands, and I don't want to give it to me as a title plane. But there are really many ants here. After killing one batch, another batch came. GGG. The practice I practice is that the more ants I kill, the stronger. I feel like I'm about to break through again. Prepare my army for battle. I'm going to continue killing, killing, killing. The young winged man raised his head proudly, his eyes flashing with infinite blood. Master, on the patriarch's side. The old winged man had a bitter look on his face. There was a young master who was not very obedient. He was in a dilemma. Tell Grandpa. When I completely conquer the human plane, I will naturally go back. Now you can go back. Don't waste my precious battle time. Wing shook his own wings, and his face showed endless madness. For his grandfather, the first powerhouse of the winged race, Yazan did treat him as an idol before. But as time goes by, it gets boring. Grandpa is getting old, and he is more and more afraid of fighting. The winged people started out by fighting. Blindly seeking pleasure, what is that? Among the heavens and myriad races, the winged human race can only be regarded as the existence at the bottom of the food chain. They need to be strong. Need to get stronger. Therefore, it is necessary to devour those races and planes at the bottom of the food chain, so as to absorb nutrients and then strengthen themselves. And the human plane, in Yi Zhan's view, is the best object. The resistance here is weak, but the loot obtained is quite delicate. Especially those cards, the effect is also strange. Continue to attack. Cleaning up this Mexican country, we can directly cross the ocean and directly enter the other end of this plane. I hope there will be some surprises for me there. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 615. Yi Zhan clenched his fists and looked at the nervous human race in front of him who were desperately resisting, and the corner of his mouth couldn't help showing a sneering look. Cheap resistance, worthless. Even, can't contribute a killing point. Because these are all human races below the 6-star level. A killing feast is about to start. Yi Zhan's gaze was indifferent and arrogant, and he maintained this high attitude from beginning to end. The country of Mexico has turned into a Shura field in an instant. Master, over there, it seems that a group of human races flew over. The winged scouts rushed over and reported the information he had detected. Human? A flying Terran. Tisk, that's interesting. There are still people who dare to come and die. Go. Go and play. Just haven't killed it yet. Yi Zhan's face showed excitement, and when he heard the arrival of the human race, instead of having any fear, he felt even more excited. The country of Mexico, Duobenken, above. Fang Fan looked at the winged human race in front of him, and then glanced at the dead human race in the city. His face could not help showing anger. Damn wingmen. Created killings and disputes again and again. Their existence is a mistake and a disaster. All these bastards should be killed. Completely kill it. Only in this way can you be relieved. Murderers, people will always kill them. Tisk, who am I? It turns out that there are still these bastards from the spirit race. No wonder these humble humans dare to launch an attack on my winged human race. What? The spirit race hasn't learned its lesson yet? Do you want to give away the last of the family? If I remember correctly, you should be the new patriarch of the spiritual race, called Ling Shang. The masked beauty standing beside you should be called Ling Xiu. I heard that these saintess of the spiritual race are a beautiful beauty. Today, I have a lot of luck. A look of arrogance appeared on Yi Zhan's face, and obscene expressions flickered in his eyes. This person is called Yi Zhan, and he is the most proud grandson of Yi Lingtian, the patriarch of the Yiran clan. He and my spirit clan have a blood feud. Ling Shang, the patriarch of the spiritual clan, clenched his hands tightly, and there was a look of resentment in his eyes. Don't worry, he is already a corpse. Fang Fan showed a cold expression as he looked at the winged people in front of him. The biggest boss of the winged people, the 8-star king level winged people's patriarch, Yi Lingtian, is not there. These should be some small minions. To put it bluntly, it's not enough to watch at all. After a comprehensive investigation, there were 3 6-star king level winged human races, and 12 5-star king level winged human races. The remaining king level wingmen plus the king level combat power of other servant races, there are about 1,000 or so. The rest is the combat power of some 9-star and 10-star wingmen or servant races. It has to be said that the strength of the winged people is still very strong. Just pull out a battle legion, there are more than 1,000 king level, this is the capital. Kill them all. No prisoners. Fang Fan's eyes are particularly indifferent, these winged people have human blood on their hands, so damn it. Ha ha ha. Arrogance. How dare you compete with my winged human race? I really don't know where you got the courage. There was a sneering look on Yi Zhan's face, and the arrogance engraved in his bones was hard to get rid of. With Fang Fan's order, 5 6-star king level heroes and 4 5-star king level pets have already moved first. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 616. Boom. Let the bullets fly. Kalen fired the prepared bullet and shot directly at the head of the wing war. Wing Zhan didn't really care at first, but when the bullet directly killed one of his wings, he was instantly stunned. If he hadn't subconsciously shifted his body just now, the bullet would have hit his head. Wasn't he killed instantly? Wing Zhan's face suddenly changed dramatically. At this moment, I don't dare to pretend to be coercive casually. But now that I woke up, it was obviously too late. If he had chosen to run for his life from the very beginning, Fang Fan's heroes might not necessarily be able to chase him, but this guy was too pretentious, and he missed the best opportunity to escape. One arm was abolished, and the movement speed of Wing War was greatly reduced. He himself is a 6-star king level existence, not as powerful as he imagined. Hanging purely with a mouthful of pretentiousness. Now he is suddenly besieged by 5 6-star king level warriors of the same rank at the same time, and the decline is revealed in an instant. Demachian justice. When Garen goes up, it's a big move. The power of the master. Jax was wearing a purple robe, showing blue eyes and rushing over, waving the street lamp weapon frantically, and directly chopped off the other arm of Yi Zhan. The battle is not over yet. Still fermenting. Holy flame. Rage of justice. The angel's long sword in Kyle's hand slashes from a distance, and it is mixed with a holy flame attack that weakens the armor. Wing Zhan, who was hit hard again, spit out a mouthful of blood. Me. You bastards. Kill them for me. Are you all blind? There was a look of resentment on Yi Zhan's face. What's the matter? Everyone is stupid. Isn't it cool to see the labor and management being hanged and beaten? The more than 1000 king-level combat power behind Yi Zhan quickly joined the battlefield, but it seems that this kind of joining does not make much sense. The 8 major legions behind Fang Fan, the 100,000 Sea clan, are waiting for the opportunity. The Spirit clan directly took over the remaining 2 6-star king-level wingmen and more than a dozen 5-star king-level wingmen. Among the fighting strength of the spiritual race's rescue, plus the 6-star king-level battle pet by Feng, it is 4 6-star king-level combat power. There are also several 5-star king-level spirit clans, and they have the ability to strangle those 6-star king-level spirit clan and 5-star king-level spirit clan. Dark matter. Little Mage Vega began to cast dark magic and landed directly above Yi Zhan's head. Dark magic landed on Wing Zhan, directly corroding the flesh and blood on his body. This is a complete abuse and killing. The battle has continued until this moment, and everything has become clear. You can't kill me. My grandfather is the patriarch of the Winged clan. My grandfather is a powerful 8-star king. You guys treat me. He won't let you go. You must die. You all have to die. Damn. Damn, go to hell. The arrogant Wing War has also become crazy at this moment. His death was already doomed. His wailing will only be the final hymn. In the end, it was Galen who cut off his head. The killing points skyrocketed by 200,000. Slaughter a 5-star king-level cultivator of all races, and increase 100,000 killing points. Killing a 6-star king-level cultivator of all races will double the killing points, not the original 10-fold increase. But 200,000 killing points is not a lot. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 617. Master Wing Zhan. Master Yi Zhan was killed. Fight with this group of people. Fight. Cousin. Cousin, why did you die like this? How dare you kill my cousin? Kill these human races and spirit races. Young Master Yi Zhan is dead, and we can't live. Fight, fight. Fight to the death. Fight to the death. Kill. 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 These wingmen are completely insane. It's just that their madness seems pointless and worthless. Instead, it looks a bit bulky. In the face of the absolute difference in combat power, there is no possibility of any resistance. The battle scene is particularly intense. More than 1,000 king-level winged people and chi servant races suffered an all-round slaughter. Under the haze of slaughter, destroy it all. Leave no way out. Don't kill me. I can serve you. I will do whatever you ask me to do. I don't want to be. Among the winged people, a charming and enchanting female winged person came over. Although the body is stained with some dust, it does not affect the display of its excellent figure in the slightest. This female wingman seemed to be called that Wing War cousin just now. Seems to be related. Fang Fan silently stepped forward and looked at the female wingman in front of him. From the corner of her eyes, Fang Fan saw deep hatred and contempt. These winged people think that their blood is noble and superior. There is such a consciousness in the bones. Surrender is impossible. Non my family, its heart must be different. Click. Fang Fan personally took action and chopped off her head. Beauty likes everyone. Exotic beauties have infinite amorous feelings. But also to see, in the end can provoke. For a being like the present, in principle, it is more appropriate to choose to abandon it. This master looks gentle and elegant, but his body is full of evil spirits. The killing is decisive, and it will not be disturbed by foreign objects in the slightest. Such an existence, as long as he is given a chance, he will surely rise and take off. It is a blessing for the spiritual race to be able to cooperate with such a master. Ling Shang, the head of the spiritual clan, secretly said in his heart, and at the same time, his eyes could not help but glance at his sister. In this battle, his sister Ling Xiu also performed exceptionally well. Ling Xiu cooperated with her 6-star king level pet, Bai Feng, to kill a 6-star king level wingman and 3 5-star king class wingmen one after another. As for the lower level king level wingman, let alone. This girl, Shuer, has been smart since she was a child, and has an excellent talent for cultivation. If she can be combined with Fang Fan, the covenant between the two clans will be stronger. Fang Fan may not be as good as Shuer in realm now, but these guards and pets under his command are powerful and have unlimited potential. If it can facilitate this marriage, it is naturally a good thing. Ling Shang thought to himself that this matter had left a mark on his heart. As for Fang Fan already having a woman by his side, it doesn't hurt for Ling Shang. Among the heavens, the strong are the kings, so they will not care about these trivial matters. My lord. A total of 1,287 king-level winged men were killed. About 50,000 ordinary winged men. Galen presented the battle report. Fang Fan nodded secretly. Not much different from what he expected. A total of 300,000 top-quality magic crystals were seized. 120 god crystals. There are still more than 3,000 king-level cards. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Xu Yu. Chapter 618. These wingmen are quite rich. The explosion rate is very high. As for those divine crystals, most of them were found by that Wing Zhan. After all, this guy still has a bit of status in the winged human race, and it is normal to have a bit of god crystal beside him. As for the more than 3,000 cards, they were all exploded by slaughtering these wingmen. Fang Fan had just observed that the king-level winged man slaughtered by the spiritual race would not explode cards at all. However, the king-level wingmen who were slaughtered by the legions, heroes, and pets under Fang Fan's command would explode with cards and magic crystals. On the other hand, this is indeed a privilege of the human race. It's all regular cards, nothing too unusual. It's just that this 9th rank power promotion card is a bit strange. Fang Fan frowned and looked at the black card in his hand. 9th rank power promotion card. After using it, you will unconditionally promote your own forces to the 9th rank. It will be recognized by the gods of heaven and earth. The explanation is also a bit confusing. Fang Fan softly recited the introduction of the 9th rank power promotion card. His unconditionally promoted to the 9th rank power. This card actually has the power of the sky and the latitude. Ling Shang, the patriarch of the spiritual clan on the side, just heard Fang Fan talking to himself, and suddenly said with a look of surprise. The 9th rank power, is it strong? Fang Fan glanced at Ling Shang, he seemed to know more. Master Fang Fan, you don't know the power hierarchy of the 10,000 clans. Ling Shang looked at Fang Fan suspiciously, as if he had seen some alien. Of course, the two of them are creatures belonging to different planets. I really don't know very well. Fang Fan shrugged, he has never been deeply researched in this regard. The power of all ethnic groups, the 1st rank is respected, and the 9th rank is the lowest. Ling Shang eloquently speaks. 9 rank is the lowest? Is it the lowest level of power? Fang Fan was stunned for a while. He was stunned by Ling Shang just now. He really thought that the 9th rank power was so noble. Master Fang Fan, hey, it seems that you really don't know the distribution of the forces of the 10,000 clans. Ling Shang looked at Fang Fan and sighed in surprise. Fang Fan, what do you think of the winged people? Ling Shang suddenly asked back. Having an 8-star king level patriarch, the winged people should be considered a good force, right? How many forces can they be regarded as? Fang Fan asked curiously. Hee, not in the stream. They are an underachiever. Don't look at those winged people who show off their power, but any 9th rank force can easily destroy them. My spirit race has worked hard for so many years, but in fact, I want to be promoted to a 9th rank power. If you want to be promoted to the 9th rank power, you need this power itself to be a non-influential power. Then you need this power to produce at least one 9-star king level combat power. Then sacrifice to the gods will descend the gods. If they can survive divine tribulation, you can then be promoted to the 9th rank power. But even if you have a 9-star king level combat power, it will be even more difficult to pass the divine calamity of being promoted to the 9th rank power. When our spiritual race was at its most brilliant, a powerful ancestor of the 9-star king level was born, but in the end, it still failed to lead the spiritual race to be promoted to the 9-rank force. When it comes to my generation, the hope is even slimmer. Lingshang was very emotional, and recalled the long days of the past. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 619. After listening to Ling Shang's explanation, Fang Fan probably understood. In this way, this 9th rank power promotion card is quite precious. Unconditionally promoted to the 9th rank power. Fang Fan couldn't help squinting his eyes. If it was as Ling Shang said, so many underachievers wanted to be promoted to 9th rank forces, then this card would be of great significance. It seems that the heavens and thousands of clans are far more complicated than I imagined. The winged people with the 8-star king level combat power are still just an unpopular force that can't be named. If you want to be promoted to a 9th rank force, at least one of the 9-star king level cultivators should be in the position. That's it. What about the strongest 1st rank force? Could there be a god? Fang Fan thought to himself. His breathing became much quicker. The wider the world is, the more Fang Fan can feel a surging energy. Master Fang Fan, can I get rid of one thing from you? Just as Fang Fan was thinking about it, Ling Shang, the head of the spiritual clan, suddenly came over with an excited expression. What's the matter? But it doesn't matter. Fang Fan smiled. He felt pretty good about Ling Shang, including those spirit races, and he was not so tired when getting along. If the human race really established a 9th rank force, please allow the spirit race to become a vassal group of the human race. Let us also join the 9th rank force. My spirit is still incompetent, and I am afraid that I will not be able to lead the spiritual race to establish a 9th rank force in my lifetime. But if I can join a 9th rank force, even if my soul returns to hell after death, I can give the ancestors an explanation. When Ling Shang said that, Fang Fan was almost startled. This guy's mind is jumping. Is the attraction of the 9th grade power so great? To make Ling Shang willing to let the entire spiritual race become a subordinate group of the human race? Are you sure? My human race and the spirit race were originally an alliance group, and they maintained independence from each other, but if they became a vassal group of my human race, they would have to rely on others. Fang Fan raised his eyebrows and made the matter very clear. He couldn't promise some impossible conditions just because he wanted to win over the help of the spirit race. At that time, if Fang Fan issues orders to the spirit clan, and if the spirit clan chooses to refuse, but Fang Fan can't be blamed for being ruthless. I know all this. But I believe that according to the character of Fang Fan's master, there is definitely no problem with a bowl of water. Ling Shang looked at Fang Fan with a burning gaze. Rather than saying that Ling Shang wanted to lead the spiritual race to become a vassal of the human race, it would be better to say that he took a fancy to Fang Fan as a potential stock. Ling Shang insists on believing that in the near future, the human race will surely rise to the top of the world. That's good. I welcome it. With a chuckle at the corner of his mouth, it is a good thing that there are other reliable ethnic groups coming to defect. Now, let's start the slaughter of these winged people in the M realm. Fang Fan took a deep breath and clenched the sword in both hands. With a deep blood feud, it was time to pay the debt with blood. This counterattack is fully unfolded. Starting from the country of Mexico, swept the M boundary directly. There are millions of winged people in the entire M realm. It's just strange that the strongest person is only a 6-star king level, and even Fang Fan, a 7-star king level wingman, has never seen it. Not to mention the 8-star king level patriarch of the winged people. It seems that the winged people have dispatched the main army back. Those who stay in the M border are just some affiliated troops. That's why it's so easy to pack up. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 620. Fang Fan thought to himself that the real crisis has yet to come. Galen. Kyle. Caitlin. You three lead the 3 legions out to sweep the remaining winged people. In addition, the remaining troops guard the plain passage of the M realm to prevent the winged people from attacking again. As long as it can be delayed, as long as it can be delayed. Fang Fan took a deep breath, now relying on the high-level combat power under his command, coupled with the powerhouses of the spirit race, it should not be a problem to slaughter the 7-star king level winged man. But it is still very risky to face the 8-star king level winged man. Even, the whole army will be wiped out because of this. Fall short. If you can delay for a while, the winning rate will be infinitely superimposed. The current means of enhancing combat power, it seems that there is nothing left. Promotion to Legion? Promotion card is not enough. Improve the level of pets? This is a way. Now the 4 god pets under his command are all 5-star king level. If you can buy a few 5-star king level battle pet upgrade cards, you can let them be promoted. Fang Fan's gaze was directed towards his killing points. Because of the slaughter of the million-winged human race in the M realm, the total killing points obtained are nearly 5 million. However, part of it was taken away by the spirit race and those sea-demonized beasts. The real profit to Fang Fan's legion, pets and heroes is probably more than 2 million. Among them, the killing points obtained by the 8 king-level legions and the 4 major pets slaughtering the winged people were all counted on Fang Fan's head, with a total of more than 1.1 million. Another part was intercepted by the 5 heroes, and the 5 people shared about 13.4 million. Fang Fan directly opened the Killing Point Exchange store. 5-star king level pet upgrade card, 300,000 killing points. 6-star king level pet upgrade card, 1 million killing points. My CAO, why the price has risen so outrageously? Fang Fan's mouth twitched. He remembered that the 4-star king level pet upgrade card only cost 80,000 killing points. The price of the 3-star king level pet upgrade card is even lower. Only 40,000 killing points are needed. It used to show a double increase law before, but now why has the wind changed suddenly? Forget it, it's more expensive. It's important to save your life. Galen. Allot the 5 of you and spend 1.2 million killing points to buy 4 5-star king level pet upgrade cards. Fang Fan directly ordered that among the 5 heroes, Kylan had the least kill points, only about 100,000, while the other heroes each had about 300,000. As for myself, I spent 1 million killing points to exchange for a 6-star king level pet upgrade card. Fang Fan gritted his teeth. In order to save his life, this point of killing is still worth it. Choose promotion. Fang Fan directly used the exchanged 4 5-star king level pet upgrade cards on the 4 god pets. Ding. The pet Dark Knight Unicorn was promoted to the 6-star king level. Ding. God's pet Jinlong has been promoted to the 6-star king level. Ding. God's pet Hell 3-headed dog was promoted to the 6-star king level. Ding. God's pet Kunpeng was promoted to the 6-star king level. Continue to be promoted to the little golden dragon of hell. Fang Fan used the only 6-star king level pet upgrade card on Xiaojin Long Aogwang. Relatively speaking, the little golden dragon is easier to deploy on the battlefield. Ding! God's pet Jinlong has been promoted to the 7-star king level. The 4 god pets have a new look. 3 6-star kings. A 7-star king class.